What's up, bitches and hoes? I'm Dreadly, and welcome back to the loveliest show on the internet. Apparently in this day and age, we are plagued by fake news. A woman tries to prove that vegans can be strong too, climbs Mount Everest, and dies. Fake news. Saudi Arabia and the rest of the Middle East is unsafe because of Sharia law. Fake news. Well, according to Riley J. Dennis, the media is lying to us. In fact, a queer person should support Islam because the media lies to us when they say that some Muslim societies will stone you for being queer. Just as a quick disclaimer, some of my great friends are Muslim. Anything I say here doesn't reflect what I think about Muslims in general. It's just what I think about certain societies that just happen to be Muslim all around the world. Let's check this video out.
I get a lot of comments across various social media platforms that go something like this. Why do you defend Muslims? They would kill you for being transgender. Try going to Saudi Arabia. They would stone you for being gay. You're defending people who would use Sharia law to murder you. If Muslims are so great, why don't you move to the Middle East? Oh right, because they'd behead you. Oh right.
Ooh, check out that eye roll there.
Oh right.
So, Riles, you think you're in the right, do ya? Let's see what the media has to say. I'd prefer it if you shoot me in the head, 32-year-old Hawass Mallah replied helplessly. The second man, 21-year-old Mohammed Salameh, pleaded for a chance to repent, promising never to have sex with a man again, according to a witness among the onlookers that sunny July morning, who gave the Associated Press a rare first-hand account. Take them and throw them off, the judge ordered. Other masked extremists tied the men's hands behind their backs and blindfolded them. They led them to the roof of the 4-story hotel, according to the witness, who spoke in the Turkish city of Reyhanli, on condition he be identified only by his first name, Omar, for fear of reprisals. Take them and throw them off. A judge ordered these men to jump off a roof as their punishment for being gay. Now, does that sound like the kind of place that is safe for gay people? We aren't even talking about Syria, Iraq, or Saudi Arabia, where, you know, people are regularly sentenced to death under Sharia law, or just getting blown to pieces anyways. We're talking about fucking Turkey, a highly developed Middle Eastern nation that thousands of tourists visit at any given moment. Gays, Kurds, and Yazidis, the most persecuted minorities in Syria. Just so you know, Riles, Syria is in the Middle East. I mean, I felt the need to mention that. I'm not really sure why. Speaking of the Yazidis, if you really want to hear some fake news, why are we still portraying the Yazidi people as peaceful and pacifist? I mean, it sucks there's this whole genocide going on, but they still barbarically stone their woman if they disobey their religion. And that's exactly what happened to Duwa Khalil Aswad. Thousands of people showed up to disrobe, bludgeon, and throw stones at her until she took her last breath. This was all under the supervision of the village elders and her parents, who commissioned a search party to stone her in the first place. All because this girl wanted to marry a Muslim man. Let me emphasize, this happened in the Middle East, a place that you believe, Riles, is completely okay for gays to visit because, you know, Middle East is the least sensitive place in the world. Yeah.
These comments are frustrating because, for one, they show a deep misunderstanding of Islam, but also they try to use queer people as an excuse to discriminate against Muslims. And I am not here for that. I'm a queer, trans, gay person, and I will happily support and defend all of my Muslim siblings. I refuse to be used as an excuse for people to discriminate against Muslims. So let's start at the beginning. Why do people believe this? Why do people think that all Muslims hate queer people? I would argue that it's because that's the only way they're portrayed in our media.
Oh, you mean this media and this media? How about this media? Shall I show you some more media? Oh, here's some more media. Media! Look, I'm so confident that the Middle East hates gays that I didn't even have to prepare these articles. These were all added in post. Pretty cool, right?
And if you don't know any Muslims in your everyday life, you probably only hear about them when there's a terrorist attack. But there are 1.6 billion Muslims in this world. That's a lot of people, way too many for them to all share the exact same beliefs and principles.
1.6 billion Muslims, you say? 1.6 billion. So you're saying that Muslims can be dicks too? Well, holla fucking luya. You finally said something smart. Shit. Of course they all don't have the same beliefs, you fucking string bean.
Alright.
I've met some pretty rad Muslims too. Big deal. Just because there are 1.6 billion Muslims in the world doesn't make the Middle East less of a threat. Look, I have absolutely no problem with gay people or Muslims. Some of my great friends are Muslims. But your message here is supposed to be, why would a queer person support Muslims? Not why would a queer person totally rationalize getting their head chopped off in the Middle East.
Plus, even though people generally associate Muslims with the Middle East, the majority of them, about 62%, live in the Asia Pacific region. Indonesia is the country with the largest Muslim population.
In the Asia Pacific, you say? Please, please, Please just travel right here and tell me how it goes. So since you speak so highly of Indonesia, it must be a wonderful pro-LGBT bastion of hope in the Muslim world, right? Well, wrong. While gay people are allowed in Indonesia on the federal level, provincial and township laws reign superior. In Indonesia, where religion plays a dominant role in society and where almost 90% of the population are Muslim, homosexuality is not punishable by national law, but condemnation of homosexuality has been voiced by many religious leaders, not only Islamic. The National Criminal Code, although it does contain a higher age of consent for same-sex sexual conduct, and there are some reports that police have sometimes harassed gay or transgender people using vaguely worded public indecency laws. At the local level, gay or transgender Muslims can be fined or imprisoned under provincial laws against homosexuality and cross-dressing. Indonesia's northwesternmost province of Aceh, for example, has a Sharia-based anti-homosexuality law that punishes anyone caught having gay sex with 100 lashes. Ooh, gotta love those lashes. Sounds like a wonderful pro-LGBT country. It sounds so fucking progressive.
But when people try to talk about what all Muslims believe, they usually reference the laws of Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, or Afghanistan. The fact is, oppressive governments can use any excuse to impose their will. In Saudi Arabia, for instance, you can be jailed, tortured, or even executed for being gay or transgender. That doesn't mean that this is a Muslim law that all Muslims support. It's a horrible law, but it's a law put in place by the Saudi Arabian government, not the religion of Islam.
Yes, because Saudi Arabia is definitely not a Muslim country. Let me ask you this question. Why would Saudi Arabia kill gay people? Why? What is the benefit of doing that? Do they look at gay people like Hitler did the Jews? Do they assume that gay people siphon their economy and contaminate their pure blood? No. Let me tell you a secret. Saudi Arabia is a Muslim country. They're not good Muslims, but they're still Muslim. If they were non-religious like Thailand, they would have ladyboys walking around. They would have titty bars and salons with happy endings.
It'd be kind of like if we had no separation of church and state and the Westboro Baptist Church was in charge. Do you think they'd be very kind to gay people? Of course not, but that wouldn't represent all Christians across the globe. That's because Saudi Arabia's laws are largely based on Wahhabism, which is a specific sect of Islam, just like the Westboro Baptist Church's version of baptism is a sect of Christianity. And just like most Christians disagree with the Westboro Baptist Church, most Muslims disagree with Wahhabism.
There are so many things wrong with this statement. First, let's define what Wahhabism is. For more than 2 centuries, Wahhabism has been Saudi Arabia's dominant faith. It is an austere form of Islam that insists on a literal interpretation of the Quran. Strict Wahhabis believe that all those who don't practice their form of Islam are heathens and enemies. Oh shit, would you look at that? Wahhabism is a dominant sect in Saudi Arabia, and they're all a bunch of assholes. Who would have thunk it? So no, it wouldn't be like the Westboro Baptist Church. It would be like the Catholic Church in the 1500s, offering you 10 florins to get your second cousin out of purgatory and allowing you to rape a woman without going into the underworld. So it was Islam that put those anti-gay laws into place. The government only ratified it. Even if the government didn't, that didn't stop the Yazidis from their honor killings. Also, it's incorrect to say that most Muslims disagree with Wahhabism, because it's possible for Muslims to be Sunni and Wahhabi and Shia and Wahhabi. It's possible to mix sects like that. Also, most sects disagree with each other anyways, and they'll kill each other over meticulous arguments.
And like with all things, it's complicated and nuanced and not one-sided. In Iran, for instance, homosexuality is illegal and you can be executed for it.
Jeez, with barbarism like that, you would think that Iran is Wahhabi. Nope. They are 90% Shia, so what are you going on about? For the next 3 minutes of this horrendous spit-gargling joke of an educated opinion, I couldn't really find any substance to attach to. Riley goes into talking about homosexual Muslims.
There are plenty of Muslims who have no problem with gay people, and in fact, there are gay and queer Muslims.
And how atheists should respect Islam. Also, Riley's interpretation of Sharia law should really give you a chuckle.
But as proof that anti-queer laws are straight from Islam, people love to point to Sharia law, which they tend to think is one list of rules set forth in the Quran that all Muslims follow. However, Sharia law is different depending on who you ask, and it draws from both the Quran and the Sunnah, which consists of a bunch of different texts.
It seems that Riley knew she, it, they, I don't know. You didn't tell me your pronouns. Damn it, I want to be special and have attention too. No. Anyways, it seems that Riley knew that this video lacked any substance and insight into a world where Muslims should accept gays and why gay people should support Islam. Since Riley pinned his own comment to the top, begging, pleading people not to go down below. Hi there, you seem to have stumbled upon the comment section of a controversial video. Yeah! If you would like to keep some of of your hope for humanity, I suggest not scrolling any further down. Seriously, this section will be flooded with so many terribly comments that nothing but misery and sadness awaits you down here. Maybe just go watch another video instead, or give this one a thumbs up and share it. Whatever you do, just don't engage with the trolls, harassers in the comments. You can almost fathom wiping a tear from his face, giving him a big ol' hug, and whispering into his ear, "How about I do anyway, you twat." Well, anyways, I'll leave a link to the video in the description where you can see all these amazing comments from smart people in this uninspiring, loath-worthy video. Thank you so much for watching, and you, yes you should go down below this video box and click that subscribe button. It really helps me out. Also, just 2 clicks away, just click that bell and accept that bell so you can accept the magic into your life, because whenever I post a video, you get it instantly. It's, like I said, it's like some black magic, some fucking wizardry. I don't even know how YouTube does it. Well, anyways, thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And as you know, I'll be back tomorrow with some more fresh content, and I'll see you then. Thank you very much.